All right, if you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, it's me, OhRemy, and we have some Tenpai action. So I figured I'd talk about it for you guys. Get my first initial reaction to it. Not my really first initial reaction to it. It's not. But I've been kind of doing some brainstorming with the cards, and they seem interesting. They seem good. Do they help the Tenpai strategy? Let's find that out together. Let's talk it out, or I'll talk it out. Leave some comments, suggestions, whatever you guys feel. If I've missed something, obviously let me know. But let's hop right into it. We have a new Tenpai monster. First we had fire, then we had white. Or first we had red, then we had white, then we had green. Now we have yellow. We're gonna call this guy yellow. 0 attack, 1,000 defense, 3-star. That's Tenpai. That's Tenpai land all day. Interesting card. Interesting card right here. First and second effect is as always, once per turn. That's kind of standard Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. If this card is added to your hand, except by drawing it, you can special summon it as a tuner, and then it gains level 1 or level by 1. So basically, it's like this deck's version of Poplar. Besides the second effect of Poplar, right, where you get to search something, right? It's kind of, well, you know how you add it to your hand, you can special summon it. That's basically how this card works. Interesting card because I'll actually let's pause right there. Let's scroll down to the bottom, right? So this is the other card. We have Dora Draco. Obviously, I just learned today that it's like another Dora. So these are like Dora cards in the grand big picture. But let's anywho. This card is your normal summon. I feel like this card is your normal summon. It says if this card is a normal summon, obviously, this is your starter. You can add a level 4 or level 5 fire dragon monster from your deck to your hand, right? So that's basically you're gonna normal this fella right here, and then you're gonna grab him, special summon him because he was searched like Poplar. Once he's on the field, we can do the second effect. You can then tribute this card, special summon one Tenpai monster from your deck. So basically, this is the LP version of the deck, right? So, we got this little Dragon Link up in there a little bit, right? But this is basically the LP effect that lets you grab a Tenpai monster. So this is where you would probably either go... I feel like you would still want to go... for red here. So this feels like an extra step to me in that sense. It's like, okay, I go Dora, I grab Jin, or grab yellow. I go Dora, I grab yellow. Yellow grabs me red. But I can already grab red off of Dora because it's level 4. I can just grab red off of Dora and then use Dora's effect. And then use red's effect to keep playing. So this card might not be as great as I initially thought it to be. We need more Tenpai monsters, obviously. Now, if this was talking about, if we get like a level 7 Tenpai dragon, this card becomes game changer at that point, because now we're skipping a level in our rankings, right? Because we can literally go. Well, that's theoretical. I'm sorry, but I'm saying if there's a rank 4, a level 4, there's a level 7 Tenpai monster. This card becomes broken, in my opinion, because we get to immediately jump right into the level 10 synchron or synchro, and we're off to the races. So this card, I'd say you probably play it at 2 if you were to play it, because it's kind of like Poplar in a sense. But I feel like this is an extra step that's not too much needed. But again, if we're going to get more support for the Tenpai, which hopefully we will, this card can definitely become a lot stronger. But let's move on to the card I've been skipping over with forever. You can only use this effect once per turn. It's the Seigen Kaihu, right? This is a Seigen card, so it can be searched with white's effect. So this is basically you're going first card. If they force you to go first and you're like me, you don't like playing all the floodgates, all that other crap. I mean, this is basically your option right here. You normal Bedora, you search this card, you fake this card face down. If you can't make anything else, you just pass turn. Their turn, they summon Ash, Poplar, right? Because we're playing Fire King, right? They summon two monsters. You flip this guy over, immediately battle phase. Now, if they have the fill spell, they can probably punch over the board, white. Uh, they could probably punch over white, but I think that's highly unlikely. They would need the fill spell. So it depends. It depends. This would be a card you could probably. I could see you playing this card at one without me reading the second part. The second part is kind of where I feel like this deck, it's worthy at playing it at one. You attack 3 or more times, which we do every time, and not every game you get to get the OTK. If you, now that people are finally picking up what this deck does, I'm actually getting some good games now, and so you do kind of, not always. A lot of times I just excuse me, this is YouTube. A lot of times I just go through them, but those games where you don't, that +1 might come in handy. I can see that +1 come in handy. And then on top of that, in a maxi world, this card's even better because you can special, if you got 20 cards in your hand, you can banish this card and draw, and then summon all your Tenpai monsters in your from your hand. And now that we have this card, we have 4. So that's 4 free bodies right there. So that should be interesting, right? Should be interesting. Did I really go over this one yet? I don't think I've got it whenever it's a second effect yet. I'm jumping around. I'm sorry. But so we spoke about how this card basically would be the starter. I can see you playing this card at probably 1 because it's a searchable, right? This card right here, I'd be comfortable playing this card at 3. I'd say 3 to 2. It's a decent starter. It basically gets things rolling. It kind of does. It kind of complements what Bedora does, because Bedora kind of just grabs you the field spell, or it grabs you the trap card, or the spell card. Now the trap card, and if those options are kind of not there, homie right here kind of cleans that stuff up for you, as well as the first card kind of cleans. So this is probably like turn 2, turn 3. Some games do go that long. I'm not gonna lie, some games do go that long. So I can see this seeing some play for that. But the second part of this effect, I don't think you'd ever use it. In a world where you have, I think this is like just generic fire support. This isn't like Tenpai, it's just generic fire support, because there's not a lot of fire dragon support here. But the second effect, you excavate the top card of your deck. If it's a fire card, you can send this to the graveyard, or send that card to the graveyard, and this card gains 1,000 attack. I don't see you ever really using that effect. But the first effect, I can see it seeing some play. I really can. Especially in the grind game. Or even, yeah, in the grind game, where sometimes you think about it as the deck is just so, like, we need more starters. You know what I mean? That's what the deck needs. The bulk of the deck is 3 monsters, or it's 3 white, 3 red, 2 green, and then you have the field spell, 3 of the field spells. So you really have like 15 cards that kind of get things rolling. So it's nice to have other options, because sometimes you do get shut down. So that's my thoughts on the whole thing. Let me know what you think. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'm looking forward to test these out once these go live in some of the simulators. But yeah, without further ado, y'all, OhRemy signing out. Peace.